Hey guys, this is Tim from Dimmdrive.com with a quick video on World of Warcraft on a mechanical drive, a solid state drive, and on Dimmdrive. So what I'm going to be doing is using the Pwnboxer multi-boxing software. Essentially what the software does is it can launch multiple games and then send key commands to the games at the exact precise time. You'll see three different games here that it's going to load on the bottom of the screen. Game number 1 is my F drive, which is my mechanical drive. Game number 2 is my solid state drive, which is right here. Game number 3 is my Dimmdrive, the X drive, which is going to be right here. And we can see the X drive right here in Dimmdrive. So when I hit start all games, what I'm going to do is between each game, I'm going to hit the start and then pause button and record the time it takes to launch each game. And the way Pwnboxer works is it launches a game, it waits for the game to finish, and then waits half a second and does the second game and then the third game. And then we're going to measure the time it takes to get to the character select screen and then enter the world. So let's start it up. We're on the mechanical drive right now, which is the slowest of them all. And I just realized I did not hit the start button. So let's try this again. We're going to hit start, and then I'm going to move my mouse over there as quick as I can. All right, there we go. Whew. So mechanical drive right now. Solid state drive. And Dimmdrive. So here's our times. Let's write these down real quick. 8.04 seconds. And the solid state is 3.413 second. And actually this is 8.0. And then Dimmdrive is 2.398 seconds. Now let's get to the character select screen. So you'll notice when I type my password, all of the guys have it. So whenever I hit enter, no matter which game I have, it's all going to be the same as far as which screen is, or which screen gets the key first. They're all going to get the key command first. So we're going to hit enter, and we're just going to write this down. So here we go. It was just barely Dimmdrive, SSD, and then Mech drive. Mech was, the first two were very close. The mechanical drive was very noticeable as far as being the last. And now we're going to actually log into the game. And again, it doesn't matter which game we have our mouse on. It's all going to be the same. So let's hit enter and see how it goes. So Dimmdrive first, solid state, and then the mechanical drive. That was pretty easy to spot. Dimmdrive, SSD, and then the Mech drive. Now, again, this is just starting the game and going to the character select screen and logging in. So it's not necessarily, you know, we're not running around in the game, you know, killing a whole bunch of things and destroying all sorts of stuff. But just imagine that the small changes that we see now, or the small speed differences we see now, are going to be magnified when we're in areas in the game that actually have more activity and, you know, more things going on. So, for example, the mechanical drive says 8 seconds versus 3 seconds, and it's pretty noticeable between the character select and entering the world between the mechanical drive and Dimmdrive, or even the mechanical and the solid state drive. But when you're actually in the game engaging in a lot of things, those little differences are seen in more obvious ways when there's more activity and more things going on. Same thing between the solid state drive and the Dimmdrive. So what may be, let's say the initial loading time is about a second more, or a second less, excuse me, between the solid state drive and Dimmdrive. That load time can be reflected even more when you're doing things like zoning into an active battleground or zoning into an active raid, when there's even more data going between your hard drive and your generalized GPU and CPU. Those differences are going to be magnified even more. So anyway, this is our video, and I'm just running around in a circle right now. And just to kind of give you a feel, when you're in the game and let's see, let's try to move back a little bit. So as we spin around, I've noticed in World of Warcraft, when you spin around and you load different light sources and just little things like that, sometimes you can get a little choppiness in the game. Take a look at the far right game. See how smooth it is? The choppiness is minimal to almost non-existent. Now take a look at the far left game. And even take a look at the middle game. Notice how when you spin, there's a little bit of choppiness in there, right? See the far left game? See, as we spin around, it kind of stutters for a second. Look at the middle game now, just the middle game. It stutters a little bit less. Look at the far right game, barely any stutter at all. And that's, WoW loads so many different shadows, and there's, I picked this spot in the game specific because there's torches, there's shadows, there's lots of smoke. We're all standing in the same spot. So, and all the graphics are the exact same on all the games. And you can tell the far left game stutters a lot more. The solid state drive stutters a little bit. The Dimmdrive stutters almost not at all. So there you can clearly see that the speed of your drive makes a pretty big difference. And we're going to take a look at one last thing. We're going to take a look at the graphic options just so you guys can see that all of our graphic options are the exact same. So we're going to go into the graphic options of each game. You'll notice they're all primary, 8x, 8x, 8x disabled, ultra low disable, ultra low disable, ultra high, ultra low disable, ultra high, custom, ultra custom. These are literally, and there's 16x, 16x, 16x. These are literally copies of the exact same game installation. And for example, we can go into Pwnboxer here and we can see F drive, this drive, and then the other drive here. I literally just copied my WoW 10-man directory, and so you can see here, and a couple different times to do this test. So what else would you want to see for graphics? The advanced tab, just so everybody can see that everything is the same. You'll notice all the settings on all the guys are all the exact same. So let's go back to the normal graphic tab. So there we go, guys. Hopefully you can see that things like loading the game, and this is World of Warcraft, you know, this game came out in what, 2005, 2006, something like that. So as your game gets more and more high tech, these slight differences become magnified even more. So anyway, here's World of Warcraft. Hopefully this helps answer your question between mechanical drive, solid state drive, and Dimmdrive. And if you have any more questions, please feel free to visit the dimmdrive.com website, post on the forums, send me a tweet, any of that stuff. Hope you guys have an awesome day and stay tuned for more videos.